to happen with boys make them better distance runners. A lot of the changes that are going to happen with the girls are going to make it challenging. Okay, but so I think it's a credit to you guys. But you want to look at where we are today versus where we were, 3 months ago. It takes back to August. Okay, since August, Emily J gets hurt, she's injured, she's out for the year. Okay, well that was a big loss. Someone who scored for us, our top runner last year at this race. Okay, then I went through kind of each of you. Kelly missed the Balin's meet, right, because of the heart thing, and then we, went out a little too fast at polo fields. It's a rough last mile there. Sophie, with the asthma, it was a battle all year long, just like it was last year. Olivia runs a race with one shoe. I think we dodged a bullet that we didn't get a big injury there. Kat with the sprained ankle, enough that I pulled you out. I said you're not racing for a week. We're just going to heal. So then you didn't get to race in me. And then when you came back, you weren't feeling sharp. We were arguing about when I should let you race. It was definitely a challenge deciding when was the right time because of the ankle. Grace, I think Balin's and center meet. It was just kind of just trying to figure out how this was going to go. I remember that conversation at the Balin's. You were looking at me. The sun was in your eyes. You had to put your hand up because you're trying to look at me, and I was probably getting on you a little bit. I do remember standing there and telling you, what if we need a 2050? Are you ready to bring a 2050 to get us to state? I remember challenging you with that. Emily, after the injury at the polo fields, and we had to sit out Monterey Bay. Izzy, obviously, shin injuries all through. We ended up missing Balin's. Center meet was rough. Polo fields was rough. They were just rough races. Precious had the tough injuries, and then we just kind of threw you out into varsity at Balin's. And then Blossom, kind of our soul savior, the one that was healthy, that was we could use you. Looking around here, who didn't miss time or cause any stress with coaches with an injury, a potential injury. It was Blossom. Blossom was the single person there. But through all that, I think we found a way. Kelly came back, sub 20, WCL at CCS, and today. Sophie's been our team leader for 4 years. I think the way CCS played out, we were better off. She pulled Olivia, Kat, race Emily to this great CCS race, and I think it helped you guys so much to be able to see Sophie. And although that wasn't the race plan, and I didn't, before the race, we had gone through, I wouldn't have told her to do that. In hindsight, I think we were better off as a team that Sophie was where she was at CCS than if she had stayed with Kelly. Because I think things might have changed in our 3, 4, 5 pack. It just worked out for us, And God's good graces, Sophie was where we needed her. I remember the day after polo fields running with Olivia saying we'd regret it forever if we didn't do everything we could, and Olivia told me how harsh that was. And I said, but it was true. If we didn't do everything we could to try to get back to state meet, I think none of us wanted to live with that regret, and that was the challenge I threw out to you guys. We had Kat told on the video. I ended up not making it. I don't know if she's told you, but it worked out well. The SAT, people needed rides, and then the rides are picked in a certain way that I was the one who picked up Kat, because I wanted to talk to Kat for 20 minutes about things. I told Kat was on your post-race critiques after CCS, Kat was the only one who put great for mental attitude. So Kat became our mental attitude cheerleader for the week of CCS. It was her job to get everyone fired up. And I told her, probably everyone's going to think this is really out of character, and that's what you want. And it sounded like he texted you guys and told you guys all these things, and you guys all thought something was wrong with her, because why is she doing this? But that's what I wanted. I'm not taking credit for it. I think Kat was the one that got the work done. She's a basketball fan. I told her, this is the situation. You got a chance to put your team on your shoulders, and you can carry us by just being that cheerleader. I thought she did a great job. All week I kept asking the other coaches, what the girls do in the band. Were they singing? Was Kat leading the singing and stuff like that? Because that's what I want. I really thought that was going to be a key. Like I just talked about Grace, staring up at me with the sunrise, telling her, what if it takes 2050? Are you ready to bring that in? About being aggressive in the middle. And then it was funny how you got 2 miles at polo fields. You got to the 2.5 mile mark at center meet. You got a little bit further at WCL, and then we put it all together the right day. And it's amazing how you couldn't have written a better script there. For Emily, that Wednesday workout before CCS, when she's limping around the track, I was like, wow, are we really going to run that girl out there looking like that? And Natalie was pretty concerned, and I kind of decided just to tell Emily that I wasn't going to sub her out, that she was going to have to come to me to get subbed out. And if she felt she couldn't do it, I was fine with that, but I wasn't going to be the one to pull her out. I didn't want to burden you with a race plan that day, but you know, maybe 4 years we read each other's mind. You ran the race I would have won. I wanted you just to get out and see what happens. Stay with our 5th, and if you can knock out the Valley Christian Girls, great. If you start limping, you fall apart, you fall apart. And I also decided once we went to the line, I wasn't gonna let you walk off the line, because it just would have been devastating for the 6 girls standard to see that you would have had to pull out CCS that close. So that was also things that went through there. And I'm very proud of Precious. I thought you ran great today. Probably for about 8 minutes you thought you were going to be last, but you hung in there, and I saw you pass 2 people. You passed 2 people right in front of me, so I don't know if you got more. It does look, I do think you passed even more people, and that is by being patient and trusting. And I love that picture I took of you, and I love you leaving the finish shoot, because I think, you know, let's come back again, and you two help bring us back. For Izzy, you're here through nothing but hard work. You dedicated your last few summers to this. I think it's determination. You turned yourself into that varsity runner. You saw them make state as a sophomore. Didn't think you'd ever be there, but you just kept working and working, and that's how this sport works. You just work and work, and look where you ended up. And I think getting you to some varsity races early in the season was very important to me. So I was glad we got that. And Blossom, for now, and hopefully this will change, but for now you're always going to be remembered for that WCL race. Because we needed you that day. We weren't, at that point, 3.5 weeks ago, we weren't even sure we could get out of WCAL to get to CCS, to fight to get the state meet. And I remember seeing you guys, the one thing that I thought guaranteed us was to use Blossom as the 7th runner in case we had people dropping out. And I knew Blossom was nervous. I remember telling some of you guys, you guys know Blossom is very nervous, you know, on the warm-up kind of thing. And someone looked at me like, yeah, no kidding. But yeah, that was, and like I said before, I wouldn't have put you in that position if I didn't think you could do it. So I do think it's due to the perseverance of everyone. You know, we fought. Some ran great today. Some maybe that wasn't the race you wanted. But the fact that we're here, I think, is a win. Okay, the race was last week, 2 weeks ago, and we fought to get here. That wasn't the last race. So that made today's last race. So for me, to all of you, thank you very much.
What are you doing? Woo! We're like your podcast.
I'll be
That's awesome.
We'll be on the outside.
Just warming up for Mamma Mia.
Oh yeah.
Here, come on.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Precious, she never got any time.
Friends and teammates and coaches friends.
Well, thank you, everyone. Let's put all our energy into the boys right now.
Thanks, Andy.
You're welcome.
Thanks you too.
Hey.
Thank you, girl.